Hi! It's a new vlog, and I'm really excited about this one. Okay, tomorrow, Tuesday, one of my most anticipated books of the year is coming out. It is the new prequel, prequel book to The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I'm so excited to read it, so I'm going to do a little vlog for the week, or however long it takes to read it, because it's going to be freaking long. Freaking long. Anyway, that's what's going on. I'm going to go to the bookstore in a little bit because I've heard that some places have it on the shelf a little early. So we're going to check it out. In the meantime, I'm working today. I've got a few more hours of work to do. Lame. But other than that, I'm also reading the guest lecture by Martin Riker right now. I'm almost done. 60% of the way through, so not almost done, but it's not a very long book. So I'm excited to talk about this book in a live book club thing tonight. I need to finish it though, so that's my other goal. So far, I really like it. It's basically like stream of consciousness. It's about a professor who is giving a guest lecture. She's doing a presentation the next day on John Keats, and it gets into a lot of like philosophy and history and goes into her life, and it's very like stream of consciousness, like lying awake at 3 a.m, all of the different tricks your brain does. That's what it feels like. So it was kind of slow going at first, but this last probably third of the book that I've read I've really enjoyed, so I'm excited to finish it. And yeah, that's what's going on today. My boyfriend is sick. I'm recovering from the same illness. I had it last week, which is real fun. Trying out this vlogging thing a bit more. Finding ways to make it interesting. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. That's what's up. I'll check in later.
I think so. It's like
Alright, it's the next day. I'm bringing the dog to daycare. Yeah, you're going to daycare. And they're going to go to the bookstore and we're going to get our copy of A Day of Fallen Night. I went to the bookstore yesterday. They didn't have it there on the shelf. They said they were going to bring it out tonight. Or last night, I guess. But it should be there now. And I'm ready. I've actually already downloaded the ebook as well because I think if I'm going to be up reading in the middle of the night, it's just going to be easier. And yeah. That's it. That's the update. We're going to return some library books as well. I have here, I'll show you what I have. The Door by Magda Szabo. I read most of it. I didn't finish it. It got kind of dull for me. Fates and Furies by Lauren Groff. I really wish I had time to read this, but I didn't. And The Traitor Baru Cormorant, which I also didn't read. But we're going to return them. They're still going to be there in the future if I decide it's time to read them now. So that's okay. Let's get the puppy to daycare, and then we can have some reading. So it turns out they didn't actually have any copies yet. They said maybe another location does, and I looked online and there's another bookstore, like a separate company together, that does have some copies in stock. So it's a bit of a longer journey than expected, but here we go. All right, second location was also a bust, which means we gotta go downtown. Yeah, so basically Indigo, which is like Canada's biggest bookstore company, had like a big cyber attack a couple weeks ago, and their systems are still like almost up. They've been having trouble ordering things, getting shipments in, memberships, like their online shopping, their whole website is still not like working properly. So yeah, that explains why things have been available in store, because the whole system is down, including, you know, shipping, distribution, that sort of aspect. Anyway, it just goes to show, should have been supporting local from the beginning, because I know that an independent bookstore downtown does have copies in stock, so I'm going there right now. All right, we have success. We got a copy. And just goes to show, check out the local indie bookstores first, because this is a signed edition. And I don't think I would have got that at Chapters. Anyway, very excited to get home, start reading. I've read the first section of the prologue already on the ebook, but that's it. So I'm excited to get there, make some lunch, do a little bit of work this afternoon, but mostly read. All right, time for a bit of a reading update. I am about, on page 127, so I'm getting there. I've actually only read for maybe an hour, so I'm pretty impressed. This is something I found with the first one too, or The Priory of the Orange Tree as well, was it was just so easy to read. It's got all of the same complexities of a high fantasy series or story, but I still find that Samantha Shannon's writing, it just flows so smoothly, and you get through it a lot quicker than you expect. So I'm excited to put in some more time getting through it. So far, it's just set up, but it's still very intriguing. There's 3 distinct plots going on, all following a different protagonist or a different kind of realm of this world. And the stories are very different. I'm interested to see how they connect. This is the same kind of format as Priory of the Orange Tree as well. We have very typical high fantasy. We're seeing more of the Priory, which is an organization that we met in, obviously, Priory of the Orange Tree. And I'm really enjoying that plotline probably the most. There's also a very interesting kind of the other two are kind of mirroring each other about royalty and kind of growing up in a castle for one, and growing up in the mountains away from the kingdom in another. And I'm very interested to see how those two tie together. I think those are the most obvious to connect at this point, but we'll see. I'm ready for some dragons, but that's probably not going to happen till the end. Yeah, so far the characters are all unique and complex from the first chunk that I've had, and their relationships with each other are very interesting. I am fascinated by some friendships and some romances that are already brewing, and I can't wait for these characters to meet each other. So yeah, still early on, but loving it so far. Really enjoying the process of reading this. Hello, it's another day. My little reading update isn't much. I've just started part 2, the second section of the book. And not much has evolved since my last update, although the volcano has erupted. There are dragons in the picture now, so the dragons are in here a lot sooner than I thought they would be, which is exciting for me. But yeah, in terms of plot, not much moving yet. I'll have more of an update later, I think. I plan on reading a lot today. But first, I think I'm going to go to the farmer's market and get a few little things, see what's going on. Yeah. And then read all day. Hello. I'm back from the market. I'll do a little haul. It was an alright trip to the market today. My big prize is some ground lamb that I'm going to use for dinner tonight. I think I'm going to make a nice shepherd's pie. I got this beautiful loaf of sourdough bread. I got some nice potatoes and a carrot medley. Some onions. Very basic, I know. I'm very excited with this. I needed tomato paste, and I found this tomato paste in a tube. Thank you, Italy, for your innovation. This is going to make everything so much easier. Because you never use the whole thing. I know. I'm sure most of you have figured out this trick already, but I'm very excited about it. Some cream. I have a weird idea that I think I'm going to try to make my own butter to go with this bread. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I saw a thing you can like shake cream in a mason jar for a long time and it makes butter. I'm going to try it. We'll see. This Valentina seasoning that I'm not sure what I'm going to do with, but this is my favorite hot sauce. And I didn't know they had this like powder version, so I'll figure something out with that. And some Parmesan cheese, because we were out of that. Anyway, that's it. That's my market haul. Not the most exciting, but it is what it is. I really wish that there was going to be a nice selection of flowers, but by the time I got there, there weren't very many nice-looking ones left, so I didn't get those. Anyway, now I'm going to put this stuff away, and it's noon now, so I'm going to grab a little something to eat. I did get a slice of pizza as I was leaving the market, but I need a little bit more. And then I'm going to sit down and read for the afternoon. All right, so little reading update. Well, I guess vlog update, day update, whatever. I went to the dentist this morning, got a filling, and now my face feels like I got punched in the mouth. So that sucks. But besides that, I've reached part 3 of A Day of Fallen Night. There's lots of dragon action. I'm loving that. In terms of development, there's a lot of characters, and they're starting to blur together a lot for me. I'm having trouble distinguishing who is who. There's just so many. There's a little guide at the back of the book that's helpful, but still, it's a lot going on. Although, not to spoil anything, but I think a big chunk of the characters are gone for the rest of the book, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's that. What else is going on? Yesterday I watched the first 3 episodes of Daisy Jones and the Six. This is Amazon series based on the book by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm not really a Taylor Jenkins Reid person, but lots of people are talking about it on Bookstagram. So I was curious, and I did enjoy it. It's not like the best series in the world, but I'm entertained. I'm going to watch the rest of it probably. What else is new? That's about it for now. I think I might take a little break from reading this and just read like a couple essays or something. I'm reading Death by Landscape by Elvia Wilk right now. This is a really good collection of essays. I really cannot tell you what this is about. Nature, literature, really big brain essays in here. Some of them have already blown me away. So I might read a couple essays of that just as a little palate cleanser before I get back into the high fantasy. So that's that. All right, happy Thursday. I've taken a bit of a break from A Day of Fallen Night, but I'm done work for today. I've got the evening to myself, so I think it's going to be a reading marathon evening. Put on some music and get reading. I've been... in my break from A Day of Fallen Night, I've been reading the ebook of a new book called Monstrilio, which is a horror novel. And it's very interesting. I'm really enjoying it. Really captivating. I'm not really a horror person, but this has a lot of interesting things that are pulling me in. So I'm definitely going to talk more about that in a little bit. But I have maybe an hour or 2 left of reading for that book, and then I'll get back to the main attraction. So that's my goal for tonight. I also got this sunset lamp that I'm going to set up for the vibes. You know how it is. So yeah, Monstrilio I've been really loving. It is about a couple whose son dies, and the wife basically makes a monster out of his lung. And it's very gruesome and like surreal, but really enjoyable. And the characters are really interesting. I'm really interested in the monster, where things are going. Kind of classic horror commentary on grief. But yeah, I'm really liking it. I've also started to see some other vloggers, Day of Fallen Night, reading vlogs have started coming out. So I've been watching a few of those, and it's definitely making me excited to get back into it and kind of finish off the second half of the book. So yeah, that's where we are. I'm going to take the dog for a little WALK in a second, and then we're going to get reading for the night. Okay, hi. Time for a reading update. I'm on the last part, so I have about 150 pages left. I feel like I've been reading this book forever. I'm not flying through this one nearly as quickly as the first one, so I'm not into it as much. I find a lot of the twists I've seen coming, all of them. And there's not as much kind of pulling me in as the more plotty stories in Priory of the Orange Tree. That being said, I'm still really enjoying it. I love that there's all these different cultures within this world, and they all have different relationships and traditions around the dragons and legends and how they interact with these myths, and the reality of the dragons is really interesting, and seeing them kind of clash, I am really enjoying that aspect of the story. The characters are all right. I like some more than others. Very interested in the wolf storyline. I really like Glorian. Tanuva is fine. Not my favorite, though. I really do like that there's an older character, though. So yeah, I'm very determined to finish this book today. I have about 150 pages left. I have the whole day set aside, mostly for reading. I want to do some cleaning up around the house. I'm going to run to the store now and pick up some cleaning supplies. But for the most part, my main goal is finish this book before I do really anything else. I'm excited for this last part to see how it all wraps up. And yeah, that's it. I've been reading this book for a long time. I'm ready to be done now. Yeah, in other news, I've been reading this book for so long. What's new going on is the new season of Shadow and Bone is out. I haven't watched it yet, any of it, but when I'm done reading, that's next on my list for what I'm going to tackle. I didn't love the first season, but I didn't dislike it either. I thought it was fun. So I'm going to watch that. I'm going to watch more Daisy Jones. Those are my 2 TV shows on the go. And yeah, that's my my update. I haven't updated in a few days, so I'm yeah, getting through it. I'll see you hopefully later this afternoon with the final update. It's the final update. I finished reading A Day of Fallen Night. I liked it. I thought it was good. I did not like it as much as the first book, Priory of the Orange Tree. It's probably, honestly, my least favorite of any of Samantha Shannon's books. I really loved the Bone Season series, and this wasn't up to the same level, I don't think, especially compared to the more recent entries in that series. I liked it. I just thought it was really slow, a lot of characters. I got a little bit lost. But when there was action and there was drama, it was really well done. So overall, I really enjoyed it. And I really liked the story. I liked the characters. It just didn't hit as much, it didn't resonate as much with me as the other ones did. That being said, the last bit of the book was really exciting. There was lots going on, lots of battles, lots of drama. The epilogue was so freaking long. Oh my gosh, I was so excited. I thought I was almost done, and there was so much epilogue. So yeah, that is my reading vlog for A Day of Fallen Night. Thank you so much for watching, sticking around with me while I get through this giant book. That's 850 pages down. So yeah. Hit subscribe if you like what you saw, you want to see more. I've got a whole bunch of videos planned. I'm going to do a reading wrap-up of all the books I've read so far this year pretty soon, and I want to do a bookshelf tour pretty soon too. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you next time.